Elite Fuel Service, Houndstown Reading, Judd Firestone Plumbing, Kuhn Funeral Home, Overhead Door Company, Redner's Warehouse Markets, Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis, Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, Pizza Como, Reading Fight and Phil's, Savage Auto Group, Sure Stay Best Western Hotel in Reading, WEEU, and Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society.
Now for all the action, let's go courtside with Bob McCool and Rich Scarcella.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. WE's coverage of Berks County High School basketball continues tonight. More quarterfinal action in the district playoffs. We're in the boys 5A bracket where the Exeter Eagles take on the Spring Grove Rockets. The Eagles are the 8th seed at 13-11 on the season. They won Division II of the Berks Boys Conference with a 7-4 record. Got bumped in the county playoffs by Governor Mifflin, a game you heard here on WEU in Shillington by a final score of 68-52. Rebounded with a first-round win in overtime against Middletown on this floor on a Tuesday night in the first round. They take on the Rockets, who have pulled off the upset of the tournament. We'll talk about the Spring Grove Rockets and that upset and a whole lot more as our pregame show continues. You're listening to High School Basketball presented by Savage Auto Group. It's exclusively live on 8:30 a.m. WEU.
Sure Stay Plus by
the
Best
voice
Western
of Berks
offers
and
a
beyond.
welcoming, comfortable
It's also
stay
available to you for free anytime at 8:30 WEU Sports. You can watch our game and our coverage for free. We'll take a timeout, back with our pregame show from Rifton right after this.
Ahoy! Adelphia Seafood is your neighborhood market for the freshest seafood around, with locations in West Lawn, Fairgrounds Market, and Pottsville. They offer a range of delicious options from crab cakes, clams, fresh organic salmon, and succulent shrimp, as well as convenient take-home dinners and more. For more information or to place an order, visit adelphiaseafood.com or just call one of their stores. Enjoy top-quality seafood and exceptional service right in your community at Adelphia Seafood.
They say dogs are man's best friend, so they deserve the very best. Houndstown in Reading is a full-service dog daycare and boarding facility with spacious rooms, quality grooming, and plenty of room for fun. While you're away, the dogs will play. Houndstown has all the enrichment your pet needs for their physical and social health. They offer a variety of spa services like baths, nail trimming, toothbrushing, and dematting. Give Fido the finest at Houndstown, 610-947-1441, or visit houndstownreading.com.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your Erie agent is Cross Keys Insurance. Get a quote today at crosskeysins.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Welcome to the veranda at the Exeter High School as we bring you the Exeter Eagles and the Spring Grove Rockets alongside Rich Scarcella. My name is Bob McCool. Spring Grove out of Division I of the York Adams League, where they match up against some heavyweights like the defending state champion Central York and York High, Red Lion, among others in the same division. Much like Exeter, a battle-tested team. And, Rich, I think that's where we begin. These are 2 5A schools that play very much of a 6A-based schedule.
Yeah, very deceiving records. Spring Grove comes into this game with a losing record, even after its first-round win over Manheim Central. Exeter 13-11. But they've been through it. As you mentioned, the opponents that Spring Grove has played, Exeter won Division II in the Berks Conference, but they played Wilson, Reading, Governor Mifflin, Berks Catholic, and Muhlenberg. And they play a very challenging non-league schedule. They've played a challenging non-league schedule. And they're ready, and they're battle-tested. They're a very dangerous team. We thought so before the District 3 playoffs started, and now even more so after Spring Grove knocked off the top seed Manheim Central in the first round. There is a way, there is a path for Exeter to get to the Giant Center next Friday for the district final, but it all begins here.
And for the Eagles, a season ago, they lost in the quarterfinals to Mechanicsburg. Of course, won the district title in the path to get to a state championship 2 years ago. But one last thought before we get to Rich's Keys, talking about the matchups. And again, not a big fan of comparing scores, but just simply this. Spring Grove, as we said, plays York High twice as part of the York Adams League. Spring Grove lost to York High in both games. They lost to them by 13 in one game, and they lost to them by 6 in the second meeting. Exeter did play York High in a non-leaguer, and the Eagles lost to them 68-66 in overtime. So if that means anything to you, you've got that as a comparison. But it's time for us to take a look now at our keys to the game, and they're brought to you by RE/MAX Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis. If you're buying or selling a home, Phil Macaronis is a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame with over 20 years of experience finding countless buyers and sellers keys to their real estate transactions. He is an Exeter Township resident, and you can call him at 610-670-2770 and ask for Phil Macaronis for the keys to buying and selling your home. It's the Rockets and the Eagles, and Rich Garcella has his keys to the game.
First, for the visiting Spring Grove Rockets, they want to play at a slower pace. That's the first key. Number two, because Exeter likes to get out and run if able to. Number two, they want to play a very aggressive man-to-man defense. That's their staple, according to Coach Jared Smith. They use that to knock off Manheim Central. The third, Spring Grove is playing with house money. They've got to play loose and free. They have no pressure on them whatsoever. They're the 16th seed. They're not supposed to be here. For the home team, the Exeter Eagles, the 8th seed, no second chance points. It looks like the teams are evenly matched when it comes to size, but Exeter does not want to give up any second chance points. The second key for Exeter is beat your man on offense. Exeter has struggled at times against tight man-to-man aggressive defenses. So Jeff Van Gorder would like to see his guys beat their man on offense. The third thing, play with playoff energy. Matt Coldren used this the other night for Wilson. Exeter cannot take Spring Grove lightly. They're the 16th seed. They're here for a reason. They cannot take the Rockets lightly.
Spring Grove averages 53 points a game. Exeter 61.5, and it is the balance of the Eagles that can make them a tough out. As we look at our spotlight, brought to you by Bachman Roofing, Solar Remodeling. Whether your needs are residential or commercial, Bachman's makes the home improvement process easy. Bachman family has proudly served the Berks County community for over 50 years. Tonight we turn the spotlight on the combination and scoring combination. As Rich mentioned in our conversation with Jared Smith, he pointed out the scoring combination. He didn't know him by name, but he knew him by number, and that's the numbers that they put up, and that's Brady Murray and Aiden Dauble. And what makes them good is Murray is phenomenal beyond the arc. He's had more threes in a season than some high schools have, with 68, the leader in Berks County from beyond the arc. But Aiden Dauble can do that. He can go inside. He can score from any level, and so it makes him a scoring threat. He was one of the top 10 scorers in the county at 16.6 points per game. But they also get great results from other players as we take a look at our starting lineups. And they're brought to you by Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society. They've been serving authentic homemade Italian dishes for over 100 years. New memberships are now being accepted for only $10. The facility at 311 Hazel Street in Reading is also available for rental for private parties, banquets, and celebrations. Victor Emmanuel, a taste of Italy, right here in Reading. And for the Spring Grove Rockets, coached by one of their own, Jared Smith, an excellent player at Spring Grove. He's been around for a while and coached his way through the youth programs, but he's now in his first season as the head coach with Spring Grove. He graduated in 1993 and scored over 1,600 points in his time as a Rocket. His son is a part of the mix. Cooper is a 6'3 junior and their top scorer as well at over 12 points per game. He'll be joined with Kaiser Ludwig, a 6'3 senior, Dominic Pierre, a 6'4 senior, and then the guards, Caleb Allen, 6'2 and a junior, and Isaiah Holland, 6 foot and a junior. For Jeff Van Gorder, now in his second season here in Rifton, 32-21. The Eagles will go, in addition to the junior Dauble and the senior Murray, Braylon Reinert has really become a factor for the Eagles down this playoff stretch. He's 6'3 and a sophomore. Carter Redding is 6 foot and a senior, and predominantly their ball handler. And Jaden Ware is their lockdown defender. He is a 6'1 junior. It's the Eagles and the Rockets. Both teams have already punched their ticket to the PIAA playoffs, they're looking now to punch their ticket to the District 3 semifinals on Tuesday. The winner of this takes on the winner of the 5 versus 4 seed. That's Octorara playing at York Suburban. That is underway as we speak as well. Our tip-off comes your way exclusively live at 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading.
Are your garage doors noisy, squeaky, or moving unevenly? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening and closing them? Don't be left sitting in the driveway. It's time for a tune-up from Overhead Doors. Starting at just $99, we'll inspect, lube, and adjust your garage doors so they operate smoothly. Call today and ask for a tune-up special from Overhead Door, your hometown garage door company since 1965. Overhead Door, we're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Since 1970, Redner's Markets has grown thanks to the Berks County community. Your continued commitment is rewarded by becoming a part of their Redner's Rewards program. Shopping at the markets earns you big savings with grocery deals, special offers, and surprise savings from your favorite employee-owned shopping center. Rewards members save at the pump, too, with discounts on fuel prices at Redner's Quick Shops and many more select locations. Shop, earn, and save with the Redner's Rewards program. Sign up at the store or online at rednersmarkets.com.
You're listening to 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading, the voice of Berks and Beyond, alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCool. We'll try to keep you up to date with all of the other action of Berks County basketball in the District 3 quarterfinals. The Berks Catholic Saints, the lone winner in last night's contest. But, of course, most of the teams are still playing their way now back through the consolation brackets and still very much alive, looking for their seeding in the PNWA playoffs. But the Saints will be home on Monday night against Susquehanna Township, and we will have that one for you as our coverage continues here moving through the district playoffs, both on the radio and our free video stream as well at 8:30 WEEU Sports.
Bob, I didn't list this in my keys. You mentioned him. Braylon Reinert has really picked up his game lately. He's in double figures in 7 of his last 9 games, and in those games he's averaged over 11 points compared to his season average around 7. He also made the game-tying layup that forced overtime in the first round, and he and Aiden Dobble came up big in the overtime to help Exeter advance.
The sophomore had a career-high 17 in the overtime win for Exeter against Middletown, 60-53. And as we mentioned, Spring Grove with the upset of the District 3 tournament in 2025. The 16 seed took down the number 1 seeded Manheim Central Barons on Manheim Central's home floor, 45-38. Spring Grove with the basketball to start, almost turned it over. They work it out and around the perimeter to Isaiah Holland. Can't penetrate against the Exeter defense, and they reset and kick it back out high for Caleb Allen. Guarded by Jaden Ware in that 2-3 zone defense to Ludwig and to Smith in the corner. Had to save it, get it back.
It's been almost 4 turnovers here so far.
Ludwig goes baseline, and there's the other one.
There's one.
So they turnover waiting to happen, and Smith stepped on the end line trying to go baseline.
That speaks to the terrific defense that Exeter played on that possession. Really tight. Didn't give an inch.
Spring Grove coming with what looks like a little 1-2-2 on the inbounds play. And Exeter will take their time getting it across half court. Carter Redding to Brady Murray. Skip pass to Jaden Ware, who will launch a 3. And Exeter on the board first.
Really good start for the Exeter Eagles. Murray finds Ware in the left corner for the 3.
Not necessarily his specialty. He's more of a guy that likes to slash, but Jaden Ware's 7th 3 of the season as the Eagles on top by that. Kaiser Ludwig gives it up for Dominic Pierre. Right back to Ludwig off the glass. No, rebounded by Ware. Spring Grove comes up empty, and the Eagles have it back. We are a minute and a half in. A long 3 for Aiden Doubles. Well short, but the long rebound. Right back to Brady Murray, who goes baseline. No, partially blocked by Caleb Allen, and Spring Grove has it back. A little bit out of the range for Aiden Double.
Just about 2 feet short.
To the right side is Ludwig. To the baseline is Holland. And Smith tries to penetrate, kicks it back for Holland. His 3 is off the rim and rebounded by Redding. Exeter has it right back as Spring Grove 0 for 2 from the field. Redding drives, dishes. Ware will try another 3. This one is an air ball, and rebounded by Isaiah Holland. He wants to push. Good job by Exeter to get back defensively. Allen puts it on the floor, drives, a little bit out of control and missed the shot. Ludwig tipped it, Reinert runs it down, and Exeter has it back. We are 2.5 minutes in, and it's a 3-0 Exeter advantage as Spring Grove has come up empty every time down the floor. Outside is Ware. Out high is Murray. That's a better look from straight away.
Yeah, that's his shot. That's Murray's shot. Ware finds Murray this time.
Unlike Jaden Ware, who's not known for his three, Brady Murray is. Number 69 on the season for the senior. Exeter's lead is 6-0 as a result. 5:10 left to go in the first quarter. Outside is Holland trying to penetrate, nothing there.
Terrific footwork by the Eagles.
Gives it back to Pierre, tries to go around Dauble and can't. Now Redding hounding Smith, step back, try to free himself up. Kicks it back instead for Allen. Ludwig left elbow is well off the mark. And another one and done and no points for Spring Grove on the offensive side.
That was one of our keys. No second chance points or limiting second chance points for Spring Grove. Exeter, nice job so far.
Carter Redding takes a peek over his shoulder, finds out what Jeff Van Gorder wants them to run. Screening open Murray. Kicks inside to Reiner. Backdoor cut for Ware. Blocked by Allen. The ball is loose on the floor. And Spring Grove comes up with a tremendous defensive play by Isaiah Holland. Smith, a long three is no good. Rebound on the floor by Kaiser Ludwig. And almost taken away. Holland picks it up in the paint. Shot no good, but he's fouled. So Spring Grove, again, a bit erratic offensively, nearly turning it over a couple of times. But ultimately, Isaiah Holland's going to end up at the free throw line as Carter Redding gets called for the game's first foul. So Holland will try to get Spring Grove on the scoreboard with 2 free throws. He is a 56% free throw shooter on the season. He misses the first.
And that was the first possession that Spring Grove got an offensive rebound. So, again, Exeter doing good work on the boards so far.
So Holland, who made the great defensive play on Ware after the backdoor cut, but he comes up 0 for 2 at the free throw line. We are halfway through the first quarter. It is 6-0 Exeter. It's almost like what we saw last night at Berks Catholic.
It really was, yeah.
Both teams struggled to get started last night in the Saints win over Bishop McDevitt. Murray spins, fadeaway, right elbow, in and out. Dauble tipped it, gets it back, blocked by Pierre, pulled away by Dominic Pierre, and Spring Grove has it back, but not for long. Jaden Ware stole it back on the other end of the floor. Very much out of control with the basketball is Spring Grove so far. And Exeter has it back, still on top 6-0.
One thing is that it's been difficult so far for Exeter to get inside.
Dauble drives, kicks to the corner. Redding buries the three. Eagles winning it from beyond the arc early, 9-0 Exeter.
Yeah, they don't have to go inside by making 3 threes.
Carter Redding's 24th of the season. Reinert comes out, almost stole it away. Pierre from the baseline, skip past Jaden Ware, will pick that off. Ware the other way, trying to go one end to the other, and makes it.
Timeout, Jared Smith.
Spring Grove desperately needing a timeout after the INT for Jaden Ware, and he waits the other end of the floor for the bucket. Spring Grove with the timeout. 3:05 left to go in the first. We'll be back to Rifton in 30 seconds.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all. From residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis. No matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Well, things certainly starting out well for Exeter. We told you about the good fortune that Exeter has, and you want to call it good fortune, you just call it good basketball. But they took care of their business on Tuesday night. They win the game in overtime over the 9-seed Middletown. That gets them another game. And now the serendipity of it all is that they get a home game here in Rifton after Spring Grove upsets Manheim Central. But all things coming up Eagles right now. Rich said they had a path to seeing the Giants Center. Well, they didn't think it would be this easy so far. We're only got still 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter, but it's 11-0 Spring Grove on top. During the timeout, Jared Smith goes to his bench a little bit, but he also finds Caleb Allen on a screen open corner three. He buries that three, and Spring Grove is on the board.
That might have been one of the first open looks that Spring Grove got.
Dauble works his way inside. Pierre with a block. That's the third block on the defensive
Sure
end
was.
by Springgrove. And Springgrove has it back. Allen, another three is no good. Dauble hustles down and comes down with a rebound for the Eagles. Back comes Carter Redding from one end to the other. Up off the glass, no good, but he's fouled.
That's going to be on Smith, his first, Springgrove first.
So Carter Redding will shoot 2 for the Eagles. Redding a 74% free throw shooter in the season. His point production has dropped a bit over the course of the season. But Jeff Van Gorder talking to us before the Governor Mifflin game in that quarterfinal in the county playoffs about how many things that Carter Redding does for him. That he says he almost thinks that he expects too much from him.
Yeah, he's been a really steady guy until lately. He and Jaden Ware have struggled offensively. Tonight they're off to a good start.
12-3 after Redding's 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. The Eagles on top with 2:20 left to go in the first. Allen, cutter, knocked away. That cutter was Owen Renda, who was in at the timeout. And Exeter knocked away, committed a foul. Jordan Eisenhart also into the game for the Eagles.
That's going to be on Reinert, his first, team second.
So the Spring Grove Rockets will inbound underneath their own bucket. Inbound for Pierre, and a catch and a lob, and it's an easy 2.
Yeah, nice inbounds pass. Nice set there. Eisenhart to Pierre.
That will not make the coach very happy for Exeter. A little bit too easy on the inbounds play. 12-5 now our score with 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Murray off the screen, fakes the 3, goes inside, gets Allen up in the air and out of his way, but missed the jumper. Pierre pulls down the rebound. Pushing it up the floor is Eisenhart. He'll wait for help for Smith.
It's
guarded by Redding.
It's clear so far. Pierre has some hops because he has a couple of blocks, and he scored off that inbound pass, got up over the entire Exeter defense.
He fakes the 3 here, drives inside, misses the off-balance leaner, and Reinert pulls down the rebound. A minute and a half left to go in quarter number 1, 12-5 Exeter on top of Spring Grove. Dauble, scoreless so far, out around the perimeter. They switch off defensively. He goes inside, gets tied up, kicks it back. Now swings it around for Ware. Pull-up jumper from the foul line. Ware, no. Tipped around and controlled by Eisenhart. Spring Grove. Up the other end of the floor is Allen. To the corner for Renda. Fakes the 3, drives inside, off the glass and 2.
Little off-balance shot. Pulls Spring Grove within 5.
Owen Renda off the bench and with a bucket. And all of a sudden, what was a 12-3 game is now a 12-7 game. Inside of a minute left to go in the first. Lob inside for Reinert. Good catch. Good finish with the left hand.
Great look by Brady Murray and a great finish. Exactly.
And now a quick 30-second timeout going to be called for by Jeff Van Gorder. And that gives us the opportunity to talk a little bit about the job that Jeff Van Gorder has done here at Exeter. And a very interesting conversation we had with Garrett Etzel, Governor Mifflin's head coach, prior to that quarterfinal. And the respect that he had. Garrett was a really good player at Alvernia. And so he knew of Jeff Van Gorder's time coaching in college. He coached at Carnegie Mellon. He coached at Muhlenberg College. He coached at a number of different places, or Sinus as well. And what Garrett talked to us about is that they don't really run a flow of offense. They run plays, which is much more like a college offense.
Yeah, you see different kind of sets. And Garrett Etzel said it's so hard for teams to prepare for Exeter's offense because there's so many different sets. And so far, so good for the Eagles tonight. Again, Spring Grove's interior defense has been pretty good. It's Exeter's outside shooting that has given the Eagles this 7-point lead.
Couple of subs for the Eagles as well in this final 43 seconds of the first quarter as Dylan Donati and Mason Goodhart will come in. Jaden Ware, Brady Murray taking a breather with the Eagles on top 14-7. Allen trying to work around the perimeter against Donati. Kicks it out for Renda, and 3 is no good. Rebound by Redding. Jeff Van Gorder wants one shot inside of 30 seconds to go in the first. Actually, let me correct myself. It's Michael Fisher who's in the game, not Goodhart. So it's Fisher, Dauble, Redding, Donati, and Reinert. With now 15 seconds to go in the first. To the corner for Donati. Post up is Reinert. Backs his way down, misses the shot. Rebounded by Allen with 8 seconds left to go. Spring Grove has another chance here. Almost turned it over. Renda picks it up into the corner for Allen and Holland for 3, and no. And that will end the first. So Spring Grove had one more shot. They come up empty, and we head to the second quarter. When we come back, the Rifted, Exeter 14, Spring Grove 7. High school basketball presented by Savage Auto Group is live on WEEU.
Looking for a game-winning play for your next tailgate or get-together? Score big this season with trays from Chick-fil-A. Delicious chicken nuggets and chicken strips, fruits and garden salads, chocolate chunk cookies, and their delicious mac and cheese. Make a play with Chick-fil-A and you'll be a winner every time. Visit Chick-fil-A at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Chick-fil-A voted America's favorite fast food restaurant.
Judd Firestone Plumbing is your trusted local expert for all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combined experience, our team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams, we handle it all with professionalism and care. Call today at 610-678-9080. Judd Firestone Plumbing, where experience and reliability come together for your peace of mind.
We get set to start quarter number 2, brought to you in part by Crosskeys Insurance, an independent insurance agency that can help you find the right policy for auto, home, business, or life insurance needs. With offices in both Reading and Hamburg, Crosskeys Insurance will be the key to your security. Alongside Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. We are high atop the Exeter High School Gymnasium where the Eagles have the basketball and they quickly score. Braylon Reinhardt hits a Carter Redding on a backdoor cut for a 2 off the start of the second quarter for Exeter.
We just talked about the many sets that Jeff Van Gorder runs offensively. That was a beauty coming out to begin the second quarter.
We appreciate Coach Van Gorder making us look smart. Smith tries to go baseline, but an offensive foul away from the ball on a screen. No, it's on Smith.
It's on Smith, and that's his second.
Interesting. Their top scorer, coach's kid, Cooper Smith, at 12.5 points per game, is now got 2 fouls. And by the way, no points.
Yeah, Smith had just 3 points. Here we go.
Here's a steal by Ludwig on a careless pass. Drives, no good, and Redding just picked up his second foul.
That's still a good foul. Prevented the basket.
Carter Redding with a careless pass and trying to make up with it on the other end, picks up the foul that will send Ludwig to the bench. But again, that's number 2 now on Carter Redding. Eagles got themselves in a lot of foul trouble in that game against Mifflin, including Redding, who picked up 2 early fouls, as did Jaden Ware. Jeff Van Gorder had to try to nurse his way through that game for a while with those 2 in foul trouble. Now Redding will come out, Jaden Ware back in, as Ludwig misses the first of 2 free throws.
Bob, I think the fact that Aiden Dobble and Brady Murray have just 3 points so far, and Exeter is up 9, that's a good sign. We saw last night Kingston McCoy scored just 3 for Berks Catholic, but other guys picked up the slack and helped the Saints advance with a 19-point win over Bishop McDevitt. So I got to think that Dobble and Murray are going to become active on offense fairly quickly here.
On the other side, Spring Grove guys both Cooper Smith and now Caleb Allen on the bench. Smith with the 2 fouls, Allen for a breather, but that's 2 of their better scorers, and they're down by 9. Dobble makes it more than that as he buries the 3, and now it's a 19-7 lead for the Eagles.
Thank you, Aiden, for making me look good.
Aiden Dobble's first points tonight is 39th 3 of the season. Now Exeter traps Holland in the corner. He works his way out for Pierre and back to Holland. Baseline for 2 is home.
Yeah, they broke the pressure, and Holland got the wide open baseline jumper.
Pulls Spring Grove back to a 10-point deficit. 6:45 to go in the first. 19-9 Exeter on top. Aiden Dauble, Michael Fisher, Jaden Ware, Braylon Reinhardt, Dylan Donati on the floor for the Eagles. Dauble launches another 3. That's hard off the back iron. And rebounded by Jordan Eisenhart and Spring Grove. Up ahead for Renda. Swings it around for Holland. Holland bounced it off his own foot. Has to run it back to half court, getting it away from Jaden Ware to the baseline for Pierre. And right back to Holland.
Great rotation by the Eagles there on defense.
Ludwig off balance. No good defense by Reinhardt, and Dauble has the rebound for Exeter. Baseline for Reinhardt. Turns and faces Ludwig. Now he's going to back him down and kick it back for Donati. Goes baseline himself, and Reinhardt has it in traffic. Ware again open for a corner 3, in and out. And a good rebound by Dominic Pierre, and Spring Grove has it back. Pierre pushes it up the floor. Eisenhart to the baseline for Ludwig. Looking for a cutter in Pierre. It's slapped away by Reinhardt and taken away by Braylon Reinhardt. Good defense up ahead for Ware, who's going to get himself a breakaway too.
Nice look from Reinhardt to Ware for the deuce.
Eagles lead matches their largest at 21-9 with 5:30 left to go in the second period. Spring Grove again with their top scorer in Cooper Smith on the bench. Here's Holland driving inside, wild off the glass. No, Reinhardt pulls down the rebound, and that quickly Cooper Smith is at the scorer's table.
Jared Smith can't wait. He can't let this game get out of hand. He needs to get his son back on the floor.
Exeter with a chance to add now and add to its lead as Dauble goes inside, nowhere to go, so he'll take the shot himself on a turnaround jumper from the free throw line. And another timeout for Spring Grove. As Rich said, can't let this thing get away from him, but it is. It's now a 14-point advantage for the Exeter Eagles, 23-9. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout with 4:56 left to go in the second quarter. Exeter in command early.
Elite Fuel Services has been one of Berks County's best-kept secrets for more than 20 years. They're a full-service heating and cooling company. Not only do they deliver heating oil, propane, diesel fuel, and gasoline, Elite also has a full HVAC team that is ready to tackle any of your heating or cooling needs. Just a quick Google search away, Elite Fuel Service. Read the reviews and give them a call. You'll feel part of the Elite Fuel family, giving you the peace of mind you deserve.
4 minutes, 56 seconds left to go in the first half, and Spring Grove doing just about anything Jared Smith can do right now to try to stimulate something for his crew, because they are in a world of hurt early, down 14 points with just under 5 minutes left to go in the first half, 4:56 to be exact. But Exeter has put and made life difficult for Spring Grove on the offensive end, and the Eagles are starting to heat up here in this second quarter on the offensive end as well.
Yeah, Exeter's defense is what has stood out so far. They've done a terrific job in their man-to-man defense, giving very few open looks.
And Brady Murray has checked in at the stoppage as well, just to give them a little bit more on the offensive end. They've already hit 4 threes on the night. Murray with 1 of those 4. Here's another takeaway. Murray ahead of the pack, off the glass, strong for 2. That is the third transition opportunity now for Exeter. Jaden Ware made the first 2, and Murray made this one. Now the officials.
It's a warning. It's a warning about delay of game on the inbound. Yeah, that's all it is.
Officiating crew from the Lancaster Lebanon League, just because after the ball came through the bucket, somebody didn't hand it off to the officials and or the other team, so it's a warning against Exeter. No big deal. After the bucket for Brady Murray on the breakaway makes this a 25-9 now lead for Exeter.
Yeah, they've outscored the Rockets 11-2 here in the second quarter so far. Really, the defense is.
And Big setting a screen. Fisher ends up on top of the floor. And they're going to call the foul on Fisher. Jeff Van Gorder saying, how's that happen?
All I saw was 2 bodies fall to the ground, so I can't tell you what happened. But my thinking is that could have gone either way.
If our buddy Frank Ferrandino were here, he'd tell you it was a 2-point takedown.
Yeah, sure
Instead, it's a foul on Michael Fisher. Also into the game for the Eagles is Giuliani Ochoa.
Yeah, Fisher causing Smith all kinds of problems.
Now he guards Pierre, who gives it up for Ludwig. Pierre thought about putting up the 3, almost left his feet. Now Allen guarded by Ware, swinging around, and Fisher in the face of Cooper Smith a long way from the basket. He gives it up. Dangerous pass, that time almost taken away. Good catch by Eisenhardt. Off the screen is free for a 3. That's no good. Another great defensive effort for Exeter, and Spring Grove comes up empty. Quickly up the floor. Murray goes baseline. Kick back for Obre Ochoa. Can't pick it up. Loose on the floor off the foot of Aiden Dauble. It's going to stay Spring Grove basketball. And with that, Braylon Reinert will come in now, and Orbe Ochoa will come out. With 3:38 left to go in the first half, it's 25-9, Exeter on top.
Yeah, Bob, Exeter's defense is not its forte. It's its offense, the way it plays offense and the way it can score. But tonight, this is as good a defensive effort that I've seen in the last 2 years from Exeter.
Giving up almost 59 points per game on the season. Spring Grove has got 9 right now with 3:30 left to go in the first half. High posted Ludwig, back screen for Smith. Couldn't catch it cleanly, had to chase it down. Gets it back instead for Ludwig. They're being patient on offense, but they're down by 16 points. They can't be too patient.
Right.
The outside Ludwig left alone for 3. That's well off the mark, and Murray pulls down the rebound.
And the other thing is they are doing a terrific job of rebounding it, and I think Spring Grove probably has at the most 2 offensive rebounds so far.
I'm just looking at the body language of the bench of Spring Grove. You got a coach with his head in his hands, just frustrated. That's just nothing more than a frustration shot by Ludwig, who does not have a 3 on the season, puts up a 3 and misses it badly. High post is Reiner. Kick out. Ware. Open corner three. No. Rebounded by Caleb Allen, and Spring Grove has it right back. Eisenhardt drives into traffic, lost a handle on it, but a foul is committed. Drove right into Braylon Reiner, and that's where the foul is going to be called.
Looks like it's on Ware.
It's actually on Ware on the reach. His first, Exeter's third. Not a shooting foul. Spring Grove inbounds underneath. 2:49 left to play in half number one. Inbound for Smith.
Fisher I don't know
if he's taking a shot yet.
He has one to begin the game. He missed a three.
There you go. Drive by Pierre, lost a handle on it. Fortunately for Spring Grove, Allen picks it up.
They can't get anything in the lane at all. It's open.
Ludwig going to drive inside again, stripped for the basketball. Picks it up, kicks it out. Pierre for three, in and out. Battle for the rebound, ends up in the hands of Ludwig, trying to put it back up. Blocked by Reinert and out of bounds. Spring Grove will keep it. Braylon Reinert is not a basketball player, but he is a factor.
I'm going to tell you what, Bob. I think we're seeing him develop into a basketball player before our eyes.
Yeah.
Because against Governor Mifflin in the Berks quarterfinals, he dominated that first half, and then Mifflin just tightened its defense and did a much better job, and he didn't get the ball much in the second half.
Smith fakes and shoots the three. No. Rebound tipped out to Pierre, who takes it in for two. Dominic Pierre drives and scores his second field goal. Makes it 25-11. Here's Reinert inside, strong off the glass, and he's fouled.
Yeah, that was a great find by Jaden Ware. Drove the baseline and dished it to Reinert, who gets fouled.
And when I say that about Braylon Reinert, it's because he's a football player, and that's what Jeff Van Gorder liked about him. He gave him some physicality inside, but as he's playing more and more basketball, the basketball skills are starting to emerge, and Exeter is starting to feed him more inside.
Yeah, for sure.
He misses the first of two free throws.
Just in the last couple possessions, Spring Grove went from its man-to-man, which Jared Smith said that's their predominant defense, and they went zone, half-court zone.
Reinert misses them both. As Rich said in the open, Reinert is in double figures in 7 of his last 9, coming off a career-high 17 against Middletown, but a tremendous block on the other end as well. Comes up empty at the free throw line. It remains 25-11, Exeter on top. 1:45 left to go in the half. Ludwig kicks it out for Smith, trying to catch and shoot three, but he can't catch it cleanly. That's been a problem for Spring Grove all night, is catching the ball cleanly. Pierre from the corner, guarded by Daubel. Skip pass from Ludwig. He'll drive inside and a double dribble.
Yeah. Bob, we got a score in a 3A semifinal, girls semifinal. It's Pequay Valley 7, Ole Valley 2 after the first quarter.
Invite you to stick around. Coming up at our Lincoln Plumbing halftime show, we'll try to catch you up to date with everything going on with the Berks County teams playing throughout District 3 basketball tonight. With Exeter now getting the ball back with 1:28 left to go in half number one. Eagles 25, Spring Grove Rockets 11. Corner three, Murray catch and shoot, no. Offensive rebound by Daubel, skying over 2 Rockets. Works himself out for a three, no. And the Eagles right now getting a little settling for threes, coming up empty. Pierre drives, nowhere to go. And what's the foul? That's got to be a travel, and it is.
Bob, in a 4A girls quarterfinal, Wyomissing 9, Susquehanna Township 7 at the end of one quarter.
We had Berks Catholic in a game at Northern Lebanon, the same bracket. That's the 4A girls. After a quarter, Northern Lebanon was up on BC 8-2. Here's Murray open for three. That's a guy you don't want open.
No, you can't get. And Carter Redding, who came back in the game with 2 fouls, found him. You can't leave Murray open from behind the arc.
Exeter's biggest lead is now 17 inside of a minute to go in the first half. 28-11 Eagles on Murray's second 3 of the night, and Exeter's 5th 3 of the first half. Cut by Allen to the rim. Yes,
nice
Caleb
move.
Allen.
Nice move by Allen. Off the feet, up the entry pass from Renda.
And again,
from Eisenhardt.
Eagles with the ball at the end of the quarter, in the first quarter, shot a little early and came up empty, and now they turned it over. And Spring Grove is going to turn it right back. Carter Redding threw it to Aiden Daubel, who was not looking, and Exeter they did give it up, but they got it back.
No, what happened was Redding got the ball knocked away from him, and that's how it created the turnover. And when Spring Grove turned it over, every coach on the bench stood up and just shook their heads. It very frustrated night so far for the Rockets.
Now with 10 seconds to go, Daubel has it. Gives it up to Murray with 6. To the baseline for Reinert with 3. drive, strip, gets it back, fade away off the glass, no. And that is how the half will end. Exeter had a shot to add to its lead, but will settle for a 15-point advantage after 2 quarters. District 3 5A quarterfinal. It's the Exeter Eagles 28, the Spring Grove Rockets 13. We'll take a timeout. Back to Rifton with our halftime show right after this on WEEU in Reading.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
WEEU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, WEEU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for WEEU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. WEEU, banking that understands home.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's potato chips. Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach loved kettle-cooked chips so much, he turned his kitchen in Berks County into the ultimate snack factory. Now, 60 years later, we're still crafting our chips with the same passion and the finest ingredients, right where it all began. Diefenbach's potato chips, available in all your favorite flavors when you need that PA-crafted crunch.
Ahoy! Adelphia Seafood is your neighborhood market for the freshest seafood around, with locations in West Lawn, Fairgrounds Market, and Pottsville. They offer a range of delicious options from crab cakes, clams, fresh organic salmon, and succulent shrimp, as well as convenient take-home dinners and more. For more information or to place an order, visit adelphiaseafood.com or just call one of their stores. Enjoy top-quality seafood and exceptional service right in your community at Adelphia Seafood.
Tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Lincoln Plumbing and Heating. When you need a plumber, get a good one. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Lincoln Plumbing has the experience to help from a leaky faucet to a whole bathroom remodel. Call 610-376-0863 for Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, as honest as their name. Well, there were moments in this first half where the Spring Grove Rockets needed a plumber because they were springing some leaks themselves as they were in some trouble throughout this first half. Just great defense by Exeter, forced themselves into a couple of runouts. Got Jaden Ware involved early, and they also got the three-point shot very much involved in the first half. Exeter, one of the better three-point shooting teams in the county, and with the best three-point shooter in the county in terms of number made in Brady Murray. He's got 2 of their 5 first-half threes. Alongside Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. At halftime, Exeter 28, Spring Grove 13. All things a very good first half, Rich, for what Exeter tried to accomplish.
Just like last night at Wolf Gymnasium, I think the story, as it was for Berks Catholic, the story so far tonight here in the first half is Exeter's defense. The Eagles have been outstanding. They've contested everything. The leading scorer for Spring Grove, Cooper Smith, who's averaging more than 12, or he's averaging 12 points a game. He's got 2 shots, no points, 2 shots. The Rockets are shooting 5 for 21 from the field and have committed 8 turnovers. That's a tremendous job on defense by Exeter, and you can't single out anybody because they're all doing just contesting everything, and it's been very, very rare for Spring Grove to get an open look at the basket.
Exeter jumped out to a 11-0 lead before Spring Grove got its first points, and the Eagles shut down Spring Grove for well over half of quarter number 1 and jumped out to the lead, getting everybody involved offensively. And there was a lot of bad body language coming off the Spring Grove bench because Jared Smith and his coaching staff just got more and more frustrated as the players on the floor got more and more frustrated, started to settle for some bad shots. And even they turned over, by my numbers, Rich, 7 times in the first half. But it almost seemed like they had twice as many turnovers because there was a lot of times where they just weren't catching the ball cleanly. They were scrambling to pick the ball up. Exeter would poke it away, and they're running down to chase down the ball in the corner.
Spring Grove's first possession kind of told the story. They almost turned it over 4 different times until they actually did the 5th time. I mean, they've not been real good with the basketball so far. That has to be better if Spring Grove wants to get back in this game. Forget the shooting, 5 for 21. They've got to handle the ball better, and they've got to guard the three-point line better because Exeter has had several open looks. You know, whether it's Jaden Ware, whether it's Carter Redding, Brady Murray, or Aiden Dobble, it doesn't matter. They've had a lot of open looks from three.
Yeah, the one thing I would say that if there's a knock on what Exeter did in this first half, that I thought in the second half of quarter number 2, they got a little three-point shot happy.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I definitely would agree with you on that. I mean, Dominic Pierre for Spring Grove has been really good on defense. He had 2 blocks in the first quarter. And their interior defense has been pretty good. I mean, Braylon Reinert has 1 basket, but he's had other opportunities too. And I think that the inside defense for Spring Grove has stopped him. It's the three-point perimeter. I think whether that's by design or not, I don't know. But the fact is, Exeter does shoot a lot of threes, and so does Spring Grove. And right now, Exeter's got the better of it in that department.
28-13 is our score here in Rifton as our Lincoln Plumbing and Heating halftime show continues. When we come back, we'll fill you in on what we know as of this moment in time on the District 3 basketball scoreboard. High school basketball exclusively live on 830 WEEU in Reading.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise, but Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change a car, driver, or address.
Your Erie agent is Cross Keys Insurance. Get a quote today at crosskeysins.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Sure Stay Plus by Best Western offers a welcoming, comfortable stay for the business or leisure traveler, providing clean and cozy rooms at a reasonable price. Conveniently located at the intersection of Route 12 and North 5th Street in Reading, Sure Stay Plus provides a fresh, hot breakfast buffet, all-day coffee, free fast Wi-Fi, HD TV, fridge and microwave, and much more. Plus, business travelers have access to services such as copying and a meeting space. Call 610-371-0500 to book your stay or visit bestwestern.com.
Are your garage doors noisy, squeaky, or moving unevenly? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening and closing them? Don't be left sitting in the driveway. It's time for a tune-up from Overhead Doors. Starting at just $99, we'll inspect, lube, and adjust your garage doors so they operate smoothly. Call today and ask for a tune-up special from Overhead Door, your hometown garage door company since 1965. Overhead Door, we're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Our Lincoln Plumbing Heat halftime show continues. Spring Grove trailing Exeter 28-13 on the Eagles' home court. Brady Murray with 8, including a couple of threes to lead the way for the Eagles. Jaden Ware with 7, 6 for Carter Redding, 5 for Aiden Double, and 2 for Braylon Reinert. All 5 starters for Exeter have scored. Leading the way for Spring Grove is Caleb Allen with 5, Dominic Pierre with 4, and then 2 each for Isaiah Holland and Owen Renda. And the Spring Grove total of 13, 28-13. Exeter on top. Rich Scarcella will fill you in on what else we know. Berks County playing the District 3 basketball tournament.
Well, we have 5 other Berks teams playing tonight, Berks League teams playing. In 6A boys quarterfinals, Chambersburg leads Wilson 22-20 at the half. At Mechanicsburg, the Governor Mifflin Mustangs lead the host Wildcats 17-16 at the half. In 4A girls quarterfinals, Berks Catholic leads Northern Lebanon 13-12 at the half. And after one quarter, it's Wyomissing 9, Susquehanna Township 7. And in a 3A girls semifinal, after one quarter, it's Pequay Valley 7, Ole Valley 2.
So there you have it. You're up to date on our scoreboard. Again, we'll keep you up to date with those throughout the game and as well in our post-game show when we wrap up tonight as well. And our coverage will continue. We know for sure on Monday we will have a basketball game for you, and that's at Berks Catholic High School as the Saints are in the District 3 4A boys semifinals. They will play host to Susquehanna Township. We'll have that one for you. 6:45 will be our pregame show again on the radio and on our YouTube channel as well at 8:30 WEEU Sports. And if we get a winner tonight, then we'll have semifinal action for you on Tuesday, depending on how the results are and where the locations are. We'll have it all for you coming up in the next couple of days. And once we know for sure where we'll be on Tuesday, we'll let you know that as well. Keep track of us on our social media pages at 8:30 WEEU. We'll have it for you of all of our coming attractions, if you will, coming forward into the district playoffs, with Exeter starting with a 28-13 lead and Spring Grove starting with the basketball. Smith in the corner, and there, Cooper Smith gets his first points of the ball game on a corner three to start the third quarter.
Yeah, he's clapping his hands. He feels good about it. He's finally on the board after going scoreless in the first half. Can't blame him.
47-3 of the season for the junior. Here's Daubel. Entry pass inside for Reinert. Knocked out of bounds by Ludwig. It's going to stay Exeter basketball. It's Reinert, Daubel, Redding, Ware, and Murray. The same five for Jeff Van Gorder to start half number 2. Redding will inbound underneath. Out high is Reinert to Redding. Murray posting up down low. A little bit of a different look. Double team, trying to get free, and now on a clear out, he's going to take this man inside, and the fadeaway jumper for 2
That's
for Brady Murray.
That's a really nice post-up move by Brady Murray.
Known as the catch-and-shoot three-pointer. No, he goes inside, takes Caleb Allen downtown, and then scores his 10th point of the game, his 17th time in double figures this year. Here's Allen, top of the key for 3, and he nails it.
Yeah, Exeter's defense on the first 2 possessions of the half, not as tight as it was throughout the first half.
Allen's 34th 3 of the season, and it's now an 11-point game. Murray catch and shoot 3, not that time, and rebounded by Pierre, and Spring Grove has it back. Chance for the Rockets to get it to single digits, but there's a turnover. Holland just playing a little bit too fast, trying to score on the other end in a hurry. Here's Redding with the drive. Fade away, no, but he's fouled. Redding trying to get the bucket, and the whistle will shoot 2 instead. Foul going to be called on Dominic Pierre. That's his first foul of the second half against either side. Carter Redding 1 for 2 at the free throw line in the first half. Makes the first of 2 here.
Spring Grove coach Jarrett Smith imploring one of the officials nearest his bench that Redding was turning the ball over. He wasn't complaining about the foul, but that he turned the ball over.
And he ends up 1 out of 2 again. So it's a 31-19 advantage for the Eagles. And here's another 3 for Cooper Smith.
Yeah, you could see this is a different Spring Grove team that here in the first couple minutes of the second half compared to how they looked in the first half. Smith has found the range.
And suddenly it's a 9-point difference. And here's a trap and a steal. Spring Grove thinking it was clean, but they come across the arm of Jaden Ware and commit the foul on Isaiah Holland.
You know what? From up here, I thought it was too. I thought it was clean. But I don't have a striped shirt.
Inbounds play underneath for Exeter. 6:07 to go in the third. Inbounds for Murray in the corner. Kicks it out for Daubel. To the corner for Redding. Trying to go baseline. Forces his way in and gets himself 2.
Strong move by Carter Redding. And Jeff Van Gorder wants looks like maybe a full timeout.
Yeah, this is an interesting timeout. I think this is a regrouping moment for Jeff Van Gorder.
Yeah.
I think he thinks we haven't been very good early on in the defensive side here in this third quarter.
Especially defensively. You've got to contest. Smith is obviously their leading scorer, and they've given him room for 2 open threes here early in the third quarter.
And so with that, Spring Grove's deficit of 15 at halftime, and it was as many as 17 late in the second quarter, shrunk to 9 before Carter Redding forces his way along the baseline to get the 2. 9 points now for Carter Redding, and the lead is 11, and Jeff Van Gorder calls the timeout.
Bob, we have a score from courtesy of our friend Jeff Nolan back at the WEEU
I know him.
headquarters. Jeff says Wyomissing girls lead Susquehanna Township 28-17 at the half in a 4A quarterfinal.
So if Berks Catholic lead stands in Fredericksburg, playing Northern Lebanon, the 2 seed, if Berks Catholic wins, and if Wyomissing wins, the two would meet Tuesday at Wyomissing High School in a District 3 semifinal, which would assure us at least one team heading to the district championships. But now that we put that cart before that horse, Spring Grove has the basketball, trailing by 11. Again, here's the kind of those erratic possessions again for Spring Grove, and it leads to a turnover.
Yeah, that was just out of control by Allen.
Dauble took it away. Here's Murray in the corner, swings it around for Ware. Ware wanted to drive. His path was cut off, so he repositions. Swinging around now to Carter Redding in the corner. Again goes baseline. Off balance, wild shot.
Yeah, that was a crazy shot.
Up ahead for Allen. Spring Grove has it back. Kick out. Whoa! Smith from a long way away is well short and tipped out. He was closer to half court than he was the top of the key.
Oh, he was behind. He was near the logo.
Yeah, I think he got a look from Dad, like, son, I love you, but that's a little far. Here's Murray for the baseline. Stutter step move, reverse, no. Reinert picks it up and lays it in for Braylon Reinert, his second field goal.
Yeah, really, really nice hustle by Reinert. I mean, Smith's feeling it, but, man, that was 35 feet.
Here's Allen from a long way away, but that is good. Spring Grove trying to shoot their way back into this game. Have got it to a 10-point game with 4:35 left to go in the third. 4 threes in this quarter for Spring Grove. Another drive and a miss by Redding. Here comes Holland back the other way. Gets it back from Smith. And now the Rockets will run their offense. Down by 10 to the corner for Holland. Smith sets a screen for him. And then Holland repositions and restarts. Swinging from right side to left. And then back up high for Holland. Trying to screen open Cooper Smith. They go to Pierre in the corner instead. Better possession so far for Spring Grove, at least a cleaner possession for the Rockets.
Better defense by Exeter as well.
Halfway through the third, Allen same spot. Different result as he's well short. Reinert saves it to Redding.
Play.
Great hustle play by Braylon Reinert. Here comes Redding back the other way. Drives, stops, kicks, Murray's three, yes!
Yeah. He had Dauble cutting, but he figured Murray's open at the three-point line. I'm going to find him.
Third three of the game for Brady Murray. 71 on the season, and the lead is 13 for the Eagles. 38-25. 3:30 left in the third. Holland off the screen for three. That's no good. Dauble and Pierre fighting for it. Last touch by Dauble.
I think Spring Grove got away with a moving screen there on the Holland three.
Owen Renda will check into the game now for the Rockets, and Dominic Pierre will come out. So they'll get a little smaller with Renda coming in and Pierre, who's got good size and good leaping ability at 6'4", coming out.
Let's see if Exeter attacks Spring Grove inside with Pierre on the bench.
3:25 left to go in the third. Smith now guarded by Ware, gives it up. Instead, they swing it around from left side to right for Isaiah Holland. Now Renda has it on the left wing. Corner screen opening. Allen catch and shoot three. Got it from the corner.
He's got 3 threes this quarter. He has found his rhythm.
And 4 threes in the game to get it back to a 10-point game. 38-28. 3 minutes left in the third. Exeter with a lead in the basketball. Brady Murray from the left wing. High post is Reinert. Puts it on the floor. Off balance. Partially blocked by Ludwig and controlled off the rebound by Ludwig as well. Chance for Spring Grove to get this thing to single digits. Around for Allen, who has the hot hand. Inside for Ludwig. Kicks it back for Holland. Swinging around for Smith. And now Allen. Martin Murray guards it. Caleb Allen with 9 points in the quarter, 14 in the game. And again, Spring Grove being patient now and can afford to be a little bit more patient now that it's a 10-point game. Holland off the screen. Good switch defensively. Reinert is there. Ball's loose. Ludwig picks up. Blocked by Carter Redding. And back the other way comes Jaden Ware. To the corner. Murray catch, turn, shoot. Yes, three.
That could be our play of the game right there, Bob. Great couple of blocks by Redding and Reinert.
Carter Redding at 6 foot tall, generously listed, went up on the 6'3" Carter Ludwig and blocked his shot, and it leads to a Brady Murray three on the other end and a 41-28 Exeter lead with 1:45 to go in the third. Smith for three again, his third three of the quarter. Not hard to figure out Spring Grove's scoring in this quarter as long as you know your 3 times table.
Yeah, 6 threes. 3 by Allen, 3 by Smith.
6 times 3 is 18, and that's what they've got in the quarter. It's a 10-point game again. Ware, pass deflected, taken away. Spring Grove. Allen up ahead to Holland, who will lay it in for 2.
It's the first time it's been single digits in a while.
41-33 with 1:10 to go in the third. Rockets making their run. Double high post. Reinert comes up high, swinging around for Dauble. Quiet so far in the third. Murray is not. He shoots the 3 that comes out and rebounded by Ludwig. Inside of a minute to go in the third. Spring Grove pushes up the floor. Renda left alone will shoot a 3. No. Reinert, good box out. Ludwig over the back commits the foul. Second on Ludwig, third on Spring Grove. With that, Dylan Donati and Michael Fisher will come in now for Exeter. Ware and Redding will take a breather.
Bob, one thing this quarter, Aiden Dauble has not touched the ball much on offense. He does not even have a field goal attempt. And I got to think they've got to get him more active in some way on offense.
It's Dauble, Michael Fisher, Brady Murray, Dylan Donati, and Braylon Reinert right now with 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Dauble has it. Drives, pull-up jumper, yes, on cue. Aiden Dauble for 2.
Thank you, Aiden.
40, great minds think alike. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's back to a 10-point Exeter lead. Spring Grove. Allen catch and shoot for 3 more. This one's off the rim. Long rebound saved by Eisenhart. And another look for Spring Grove. Allen drives, Euro step, no. Rebounded by Exeter with 15 seconds left. Eagles won 1 shot to finish the quarter. Fisher fouled from behind. No, travel.
Absolutely a travel, yeah.
So Exeter will give it right back with 10 seconds to go, and with that, they'll get Cooper Smith back in the game. With Spring Grove a chance to get this to single digits for the fourth quarter if they can cash it in. 43-33, Exeter on top, 10.2 for Spring Grove to work. You know they want either Allen or Smith to take the shot. They've been the offense here in the third quarter. Holland has it instead. Euro step move, missed it, tipped around, and Reinert pulls it down, and that will end it. So much for that decision. And I don't think that's what the coach was thinking either.
No.
But the third quarter ends in the advantage of the Exeter Eagles. It's been that way from the when we come back. It's Exeter 43, Spring Grove 33. WEU's coverage of the District 3 playoffs continues after this.
Looking for a game-winning play for your next tailgate or get-together? Score big this season with trays from Chick-fil-A. Delicious chicken nuggets and chicken strips, fruits and garden salads, chocolate chunk cookies, and their delicious mac and cheese. Make a play with Chick-fil-A and you'll be a winner every time. Visit Chick-fil-A. Voted America's favorite fast food restaurant.
Sure Stay Plus by Best Western offers a welcoming, comfortable stay for the business or leisure traveler, providing clean and cozy rooms at a reasonable price. Conveniently located at the intersection of Route 12 and North 5th Street in Reading, Sure Stay Plus provides a fresh, hot breakfast buffet, all-day coffee, free fast Wi-Fi, HD TV, fridge and microwave, and much more. Plus, business travelers have access to services such as copying and a meeting space. Call 610-371-0500 to book your stay or visit bestwestern.com.
We begin quarter number 4 alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCool. Exeter with the basketball and the lead at 43-33. The winner of this one takes on Octorara York Suburban winner on Tuesday night in the district semifinals. And an early timeout called by Jeff Van Gorder as he's not happy with what Exeter did coming out to start the fourth quarter.
Spring Grove went to a half-court trap, and Exeter nearly turned it over in the midcourt. He had a couple of his reserves in, and I think you're going to see, here comes Carter Redding back in the game. Not sure if Jaden Ware is too, but no, he's going to keep Dylan Donati in. But I think he wants to just run something to offset that half-court trap. Bob, we got a couple scores. 6A boys quarterfinal. Governor Mifflin, after Mechanicsburg went on a run, Mifflin responded with a 7-0 run. Mifflin leads Mechanicsburg 24-20 midway through the third quarter. And in a 3A girls semifinal, Ole Valley is staying with the home team, Pequay Valley. Pequot Valley leads 18-14. The Lynx trying to get to the championship game on Wednesday and also clinch a berth in the state tournament.
Another update from Northern Lebanon, where the Vikings and the Berks Catholic Saints in the 4A girls bracket are tied after 3 at 24. That's what we know at this particular point in time. Again, we'll keep you up to date with all the scores as we move forward. And what we know, we'll give to you, and we'll have a full rundown as well in our Pizza Como of Temple postgame show. 43-33 after the quick timeout here in this fourth quarter by Exeter. The Eagles have the basketball. And again, here comes the trap. Redding finds Reinert inside, kicks it out for Murray outside. Three-pointer no good, and rebounded by Dominic Pierre and Springrove.
Nice look by Murray, just didn't get it to fall.
So the Eagles now back on defense as Renda drives in too easily, scores with the left hand.
That was the easiest basket of the night for the Rockets.
Second field goal for Owen. Renda pulls them to within 8. 43-35, Exeter on top, 45 seconds in. Donati, great find. Reinert's all alone underneath for 2.
Springrove is putting the pressure on out front, trying to create turnovers. That left Reinert open underneath.
Great find by Dylan Donati. Braylon Reinert was 6. The lead is 10 again. A minute in. Pierre drives, goes by Reinert and scores for 2.
Yeah, really strong move by Pierre.
This is a far different offensive team here in half number 2 for the Springrove Rockets. At 13 points at halftime. It's a 45-37 game right now, and there's a foul outside on Isaiah Holland. It'll be his second, first against Springrove here in the quarter.
Yeah, Springrove is trying to pressure the ball handlers for Exeter up top, and that's going to leave room for whether it's Reinert or even Dauble maybe for some baskets underneath if they can find them.
Murray, Reinert, Dauble, Redding, and Donati. Here's Murray, step back for 3. Bangs another 19 for Brady Murray.
Wow, and that was a deep one.
His 5th of the night. And the Eagles' lead is 11 with 6:20 now left to go in the ballgame. Smith off the high screen. They trap him, force him to give it up. He gives it up for Renda. Swings it back and around for Holland. And now it's Pierre going to launch a 3. That's good.
Wow. That must have been the strategy at halftime for Jared Smith. Let's take the 3 because that's the only reason the Springrove Rockets have stayed in this game. Is behind their three-point shooting. They've got 7 threes here in the second half.
Dominic Pierre's 10th of the season pulls them back to within 8 with 5:50 now left to go in the ballgame. Redding out near half court, guarded by Smith, trying to get by him, trying to get a little separation, gets it blocked, taken away, and Pierre has it back for Springrove. Chance to climb closer. Allen gets Murray out of his way for 3. No, and rebounded by Reinert.
Carter Redding is just trying to do a little bit too much offensively here in the second half. He's gotten caught, trapped at times, and he's just trying to do just a bit too much.
Murray kicks it to Reinert. Lob inside for Dauble. Good defense by Renda. Took it away. Turnover Exeter. And the open floor, Holland pull-up jumper from the foul line. Back iron, no good. Tipped out for Smith. Springrove gets another look. 5 minutes to go. Pierre with the basketball. Trying to drive on Reinert. Off-balance shot, well off the mark. Not a good shot. Exeter has it back.
Yeah, that wasn't a good shot by Pierre.
Murray draws a lot of contact. Is he on the floor or is he shooting 2? Foul on Springrove.
Pierre was barking to the official, and the official is staring him right back at him, and that's who it's on.
That's
Sean
the
Pierre.
foul. And with that, Jaden Ware will check in. That's the second on Pierre. And the third on Springrove. It is not a shooting foul.
Bob, we have another score from Chambersburg. The Wilson Bulldogs, and this is in a 6A quarterfinal. Trail Chambersburg 32-29 after 3.
Inbounds for Dauble. A little turnaround not there from about 10 feet away from Aiden Dauble. And Springrove has it back. In the corner for Holland and around for Smith. Trying to drive on Redding. Up and under and home for Cooper Smith.
Yeah, Redding overplayed the three-point shot, and Smith went to the basket. Pulls Springrove within 6.
Springrove is going to call the timeout now with 4:33 left to go in the ball game. The Rockets are within 6, as close as they've been since the game got started. We'll come back with Exeter on top, 48-42.
WECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, WECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for WECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. WECU, banking that understands home.
What looked comfortable has suddenly grown uncomfortable for the Exeter Eagles on their home floor here. District 3 Boys 5A quarterfinal. Eagles had as much as a 17-point lead late in the second quarter. Spring Grove, a completely different basketball team in the second half as they found their offense, and they are now within 6 with 4:33 left to go in the ballgame.
And that's behind their three-point shooting. Caleb Allen had 3 threes in the third quarter along with Cooper Smith. Dominic Pierre has added a 3 here in the fourth quarter, and Cooper Smith just went to the basket hard on Carter Redding after Carter Redding was trying to contest the 3.
It's Redding, Ware, Murray, Reinert, and Dauble on the floor for the Eagles. Carter Redding will take it across half court. Again, 4:30 left to go in the ballgame. 48-42 Exeter on top. Reinert a long way from the basket will give it up for Murray. Cooper Smith now guards him. Redding's left alone in the corner. Fakes the 3, drives for 2, no, and it's rebounded by Pierre. Redding looking for a whistle. They don't get it. Spring Grove has the ball. Holland for 3, well off the mark. Jaden Ware has the rebound. Push it up ahead. Spring Grove does a good job to get back. Swinging around. Murray to the corner for Ware. Fakes the 3. Tried to pass it inside. Deflected, taken away, but out of bounds. It'll stay Exeter basketball.
Yeah, Spring Grove bench and the fans wanted a foul on that three-point attempt by Allen. Thought there was contact.
And they're going to take Isaiah Holland out. Now, I was just about to say that the one thing that's cost Spring Grove is Isaiah Holland has really forced some shots for the Rockets.
Yeah.
And he took a quick 3 on that end, and it turned into a missed opportunity for the Rockets. He comes out now, and Jordan Eisenhart back in.
Carter Redding, too. He's got to play within himself here these last 4 minutes for Exeter.
Yeah, he's
not trying to do too much.
He's trying to get the whistle and get fouled, but he's not getting the whistle. Nearly taken away by Smith. Redding pulls it away, makes the extra pass. Double open 3, no. Rebound tipped and loose on the floor. Ware with a hustle play to keep it in Exeter's favor. Spring Grove kind of assumed it. Great pass. Murray inside for Reinert, blocked by
what a play by Dauble.
Aiden Dauble picks it up, lays it in, and now Exeter will call a timeout. We will keep it here. Great job by Aiden Dauble on the offensive putback. Puts Exeter back up by 8, 50-42. Timeout Eagles.
There was contact galore down there, and Dauble was smothered by 2 defenders and found a way to score with his left hand.
Yeah, I think part of the conversation, Rich, we talked about this the other night, part of the postseason in high school basketball in Pennsylvania, I don't like to say this too much, but I think it's so important. You have to adjust to the officiating.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, like mine. I was just going to say that about a minute ago.
And again, when we talk about that, this isn't a criticism of officials.
It's just not.
It's no different than if you think about college sports. If you're in the Big Ten and you're playing and you got SEC officials, it's just called differently by different officials, and that's part of it. You have to adjust to that when you get in the postseason.
And I think Spring Grove had trouble adjusting in the first half. They've been more aggressive defensively here in the second half than they were in the first half. And they're realizing we got to play through contact.
Correct.
That's just the way it is.
And play to the whistle,
Yes.
not play expecting a whistle.
Yes.
And I think that's a piece of this. And I think Exeter has fallen into that trap a little bit here in this second half.
Yeah, this is a big possession for Spring Grove.
3:20
left.
50-42, Eagles on top. Spring Grove with the basketball. And right now, 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the ballgame. Eisenhart, Renda, long 3. Yes! Owen Renda giving the Rockets life off the bench.
And that's how you solve a zone. When Exeter went to a zone coming out of the timeout, Renda buries the 3.
Owen Renda's 14th 3 of the season has them within 5. Inside for Reiner. Turns on Pierre. Dribbled it off his own foot. Out of bounds. Turnover Exeter. Eagles lead is just 5 and 2:52 left to play. Jeff Van Gorder with that timeout only leaves himself 1 left to use.
And Exeter goes back to its man-to-man because that zone, Renda solved that zone by burying the 3.
Swinging around for Allen. Catch and shoot three. No. Rebounded by Murray. Had the look they wanted, but Caleb Allen came up empty from the corner. 2:30 left to play. Big possession here for Exeter. Up by 5. Tipped out of bounds out of the hands of Ware. Stays Exeter basketball.
Right now, I want to see Dauble or Murray get the ball in their hands.
Dauble the inbounder, and he gets it right back out near half court. Lobs it across for Redding. Kind of spreading the floor here a little bit. Redding pulls it away, gives it for Ware. Had Reinert underneath, but it was kicked out of bounds by Dominic Pierre. It'll stay Exeter basketball. They had a good look, but good defense by Pierre.
Yeah, he kicked it away. I'm surprised that the official nearest the play didn't call it a kick. They just called the ball out of bounds.
So Redding and Exeter will inbound underneath. Out for Ware, left wing. Fakes, drives, misses. Dauble with a putback, no. Deflected up in the air. Dauble with another rebound. This time, and a foul with the left hand, Aiden Dauble.
That is all effort and desire by Aiden Dauble. You could see it.
Aiden Dauble with the putback of his own miss. Switched it to his left hand, absorbs the contact, gets the bucket, and a foul. To try to make this a 3-point play. Foul was on Renda, his first. Back iron. Reinert tipped it. Loose on the floor. Spring Grove has it. 52-45. Exeter's lead is 7 with 2 minutes to play. Eisenhart, stutter step, drive, bump, and a foul.
It's going to be on Reinert, but that was on the floor, and that's his second, team
first. Yeah, so Exeter's got plenty of fouls to give here in this fourth quarter with 1:58 to go.
And nobody, including Redding, who had 2 quick ones, has 3 fouls for Exeter.
Isaiah Holland now will come back in for Spring Grove, and Eisenhart out.
I don't think it's time to burn them, but if you get beat, you might as well bump somebody before they get to the basket.
1:58 remaining. Lead is 7 for Exeter. They have never trailed. Cooper Smith inbound, tied up by Fisher, almost taken away. Gives it for Allen, wrap it around for Renda. Kick back to Smith near half court.
Smith
gets Ware up in the air, misses the shot. Tipped around, rebounded by Renda for Pierre, who misses the baseline layup. And here's Dauble with a rebound for Exeter.
Smith got away with a push-off before the 3. Great board work by Aiden Dauble.
Frantic play right now with Spring Grove trying to trap. Murray gets fouled.
Yeah, they've got 3 fouls. They've got 1 more to give before they put Exeter on the line.
They just commit that as Cooper Smith commits the foul. So Exeter will inbound 1 more time, and after this, they will go to the free throw line. Smith picks up his 3rd.
Exeter shooting 68.6 from the line as a team going into tonight.
Inbound for Dauble, guarded by Renda. Trying to trap it every time they can. They trap Ware, needs some help. Steps through that trap, takes it, dumps it inside. Reinert wasn't expecting it, and it's out of bounds to Spring Grove. Right idea, just too much mustard on the pass from Jaden Ware.
Ware had him. Reinert was open, and he just threw it too hard. You're exactly right. This is a critical possession for Spring Grove. 114 down 7. Exeter trying to hold on to this lead after leading by 17 in the first half.
Jared Smith out near half court imploring his team. First-year head coach. Guy who scored over 1,600 points in his career.
Pretty good player.
Was an all-time leading scorer at Spring Grove High School before Eli Brooks broke that record. Smith, his son, puts up the off-balance shot, trying to draw a whistle. Doesn't get either. Exeter has the basketball with a minute to go. Ware up ahead for Dauble. Dauble will drive and score.
Beautiful look by Jaden Ware to find the streaking Dauble.
A 9-point Exeter advantage with 50 seconds to go. Is that what Exeter needed to put him over the top? Pierre for 3. Got it.
Keeps him in it.
Dominic Pierre with his second 3 of the quarter. He's got 8 of his 12 in this quarter. Makes it a 6-point game. Timeout, Spring Grove. 54-48 now is our score with 41.8 left to play.
I was just going to say, the words were coming out of my mouth. All Exeter has to do is guard the 3-point line. Don't give up any threes. And Pierre was wide open and buried the 3.
That is the 9th 3 of this second half for Spring Grove after they had just 1 3 and 13 points in the first half.
Bob, we have a 6A boys quarterfinal score. Governor Mifflin leads Mechanicsburg 32-25 with 5:41 to go. We've talked a lot about Governor Mifflin's defense and how strong it is. They're doing the job tonight. Let's see if the Mustangs can hold on.
It's a Mechanicsburg team that won the 5A district championship a year ago, bumped up to 6A in 2025, and the Mustangs have them on the ropes on their home floor. Garrett Wetzel's done a tremendous job of the Mustangs in his first season at his alma mater. With 41.8 left to go here in Rifton, Exeter trying to move on into the district semifinals in the 5A bracket. They lead 54-48, and they've got the basketball following the Spring Grove timeout. Both teams with one timeout left to use, and Carter Redding is mugged on the other end.
Yeah, Redding better watch it. Yeah.
Cooper Smith fouled him. That's going to be the fourth, by the way, on Cooper Smith.
Yeah, that's a good foul. It's a good foul.
Yeah, Carter Redding's a really good football player who's headed to play at East Stroudsburg. He's used to that. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And by the way, good look from the Exeter student body. Looks like there was a utility problem outside in Rifton because they're all dressed in yellow vests with hard hats. Redding at the free throw line makes the first. 10 points for Carter Redding. 10th time this season he's been in double figures. Exeter trying to put some separation between themselves and the Spring Grove Rockets, and Redding adds to it with a 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Michael Fisher will come back in for his defense, and Redding comes out.
Yeah, he's really doing a nice job on Smith because Smith hit those 3 threes in the third quarter. They weren't against Michael Fisher.
37 seconds to go. Exeter's lead is 8. They need a catch and shoot quick 3. Smith with Fisher in his face. Won't let him get free. Kicks it for Holland instead. Drives, misses, but he's fouled. Just about to say, I got to laugh at Jeff Van Gorder in the body language. Just saying, as Rich said a moment ago, you give up the 3, you'll give up the 2, just guard the 3,
and
they don't foul, and they fouled.
Because you not only put them at the line, but you put them at the line with the clock stopped.
So Reinert commits the foul, puts Holland at the free throw line to shoot 2, and he makes the first. Second trip to the line for Isaiah Holland. He's a 56% free throw shooter on the season. Exeter will get Carter Redding back on the floor with 26.1 left to play in the ballgame. And another free throw coming up for Isaiah Holland, and that 2 is good.
Let's see if Spring Grove, if they choose to foul and who they foul.
Inbounds for Redding. Quickly gets it to double up ahead for Ware, who will lay it in for an easy 2. Tremendous ball movement is a layup for Jaden Ware. Lead is 8 with 16 to go. Smith quickly 3, no. Pierre tip, no. Double rebounds with 10 seconds to go. Spring Grove won't bother. The Exeter Eagles are moving on to the District 3 5A semifinals. They hold off the Spring Grove Rockets. The final score, Exeter 58, Spring Grove 50. The Eagles move on. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with our Pizza Como Temple postgame show right after this from Rifton.
They say dogs are man's best friend, so they deserve the very best. Houndstown in Reading is a full-service dog daycare and boarding facility with spacious rooms, quality grooming, and plenty of room for fun. While you're away, the dogs will play. Houndstown has all the enrichment your pet needs for their physical and social health. They offer a variety of spa services like baths, nail trimming, toothbrushing, and dematting. Give Fido the finest at Houndstown, 610-947-1441, or visit houndstownreading.com.
Shopping at Redner's has never been easier or more convenient with Redner's Ready, the order online and pickup service for Redner's Markets. Visit rednersmarkets.com and click on the Redner's Ready icon. Then choose your items, pay online, and pick up your order in any of the designated Redner's Ready parking spaces, and your groceries will be brought right to your car. It's Redner's Ready, the convenient online order and pickup service available only at rednersmarkets.com.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's potato chips. Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach loved kettle cooked chips so much, he turned his kitchen in Berks County into the ultimate snack factory. Now, 60 years later, we're still crafting our chips with the same passion and the finest ingredients, right where it all began. Diefenbach's potato chips, available in all your favorite flavors when you need that PA crafted crunch.
Elite Fuel Services has been one of Berks County's best-kept secrets for more than 20 years. They're a full-service heating and cooling company. Not only do they deliver heating oil, propane, diesel fuel, and gasoline, Elite also has a full HVAC team that is ready to tackle any of your heating or cooling needs. Just a quick Google search away. Elite Fuel Service. Read the reviews and give them a call. You'll feel part of the Elite Fuel family, giving you the peace of mind you deserve.
Welcome to the Pizza Como postgame show. Pizza Como is a family-owned business going strong on the Fifth Street Highway for over 50 years, serving the finest Italian dishes, Berks County's best variety of Italian sandwiches, and legendary pizza. Right next door is The Yard, a virtual golf experience to keep your game sharp all year round. And if you love sports card and memorabilia, stop in to buy, sell, or trade. Pizza Como and The Yard, 4600 Fifth Street Highway in Temple. The Exeter Eagles win and move on to the District 3 5A playoffs. They beat Spring Grove 58-50. Rich Garcella's on the floor. Rich, take it away.
Thank you, Bob. I'm here with Exeter coach Jeff Van Gorder, junior Aiden Dobble after the Eagles' 58-50 win over Spring Grove, and Brady Murray joins us as well. Thank you. First of all, let me talk to Aiden, then Brady, and then Jeff. Aiden, you guys had a really big lead at the half. What would the coach say? What were you telling each other going into the second half? Because you took their best punch in the second half.
So at halftime, coach came in and he showed us film yesterday of them. Other teams got up on them and they were able to come back with their press and how explosive they play. So when they were pressing, when they started making shots, we were making shots too. And then at the end, we just started rebounding the ball better, not letting their best shooters catch the ball and shoot it, and then we were able to win the game.
What were you able to do in the second half offensively to combat what they were doing defensively?
I think we just ran our sets pretty well. Coach has been preaching all week about running our sets, how just keep it simple, don't overwork anything. And I feel like our sets just helped us score the ball, and we were knocking down shots, especially him.
How big was Michael Fisher's defense on Smith? Because anytime he was on him, Smith was struggling.
Yeah, I think Fish came in and played really good defense, really hard, competitive, and he really just locked him down for when he was in. Didn't let him really catch the ball, didn't let him get a lot of shots off, and he did a really good job.
What does this mean? You're in the Final Four in the district. You're one step away from Hershey. What does it mean to you? You've been there before, but what does this mean now?
It's going to feel great when we get there. Just one game at a time. We got to keep pushing, keep working hard in practice, keep defense intensity, offense, our sets, and scoring the ball, and we'll get there, I think.
Thanks, Aiden. We're going to talk to Brady. Come on over here, Brady. 19 points. Brady, I'm going to ask you some of the same things I asked Aiden. What was it about them in the second half that forced you guys took it to another level, offensively and defensively?
I mean, they hit shots. They missed a couple shots in the first half that they didn't hit in the second half. 12 got going, and so did one, so that brought them back. And they just brought up the pressure on defense, impacted the ball and stuff, so that really kind of disrupted our offense a little bit. But
I'd ask you about your three-point shooting, but everybody knows about your three-point shooting. How about the team's defense tonight? It was terrific in the first half. It was very good at the end. How would you describe it?
Oh, yeah, it was definitely team defense. Fish came off the bench, played great. Everyone else just coach talks about being in gaps. Everyone was looking at the defenders, showing jerseys and stuff, being in gaps. So that was great.
Did you take them lightly at all, even though you came out and jumped all over them because they were the 16th seed?
No. Coach told us that they were way better than their record and what their seeding was. We knew that they knocked off the number one seed. Mannheim Central was a really good team. So we knew it wasn't going to be a walk in the park. So,
what does this mean to you? You're a senior. You're in the Final Four in the district. You're one step away from getting back to the Giants Center.
I mean, this is amazing. It's going to be a great look to look back on, especially after taking a tough loss to Mifflin. So,
all right. Thank you, guys. Congratulations. Good luck Tuesday. Thank you. Jeff, let me just say, you guys, you're known for the way you play offense. But that defense in the first half and late, how would you describe it?
Yeah, it was phenomenal. They've shown this throughout the year, so I know they're capable of it. Certain matchups are better than others. I think they're really good at running their stuff, and obviously 21, I didn't get to see a ton of him because he had been hurt the last 6 or 7 games, but he walked off the bus and made 5 that didn't hit anything but net, and I was like, we're in for it. So I told the guys, game plan was no catch for him. Number one's a very good player. We did a good job on him. I thought Braylon did an awesome job protecting the rim, protecting paint. Brady did a good job switching on some of these guys. I will say I could have been a really bad coach because I'm going to go back and watch film, and Michael Fisher probably should have played a lot more than he did because I'm going to see probably runs that they go on, and then I insert him, and I think it probably was a run stopper.
Well, he did a terrific job on Smith. Smith had those threes in the third quarter, and Michael wasn't in. No offense, but he came in and he whether it was in the first half or at the end of the game, did a great job. Has he been that kind of defensive player for you?
He has. He brings that energy in practice. He pushes Carter, Dylan every single day. He's a great kid. He and a couple of us were consistent all spring and summer throughout the offseason, working. He had a good JV season. I'm really happy for him, proud of him because we needed him tonight.
How about the three-point play late by Dobble? The effort on that play. I mean, you've seen it the last 2 years, but just that particular play, what did you see?
Looked like an all-county play to me. No, I mean, he's phenomenal. They weren't calling much in the fourth quarter. He brings more than just scoring, and that's what frustrates me is people don't see that. He averages 9 or 10 rebounds a game. He's guarding the best forward on the other team every game. He's shooting above 50% from the field. Like, he's just tough. Like, he grabbed a defensive rebound down here late, and he just soared over number 12, who is a phenomenal athlete. So he makes plays other people in the county and league can't make. So he's phenomenal for us.
And Brady's shooting tonight. He was on. You could tell right from the start. Is that when you know when he hits early that he's going to be on?
Yeah, Brady's been very consistent. When he hits early, he's good. And to be honest with you, again, matchups, like certain teams, how they play us, I can kind of tell if he's going to get some good looks. And he was always confident, like that one he hit from the volleyball line. I've been kind of getting on him all year to get a step closer, but he made that one, so it worked out for us. But he's, again, what is it, 70-something threes now on the year, 50 last year. I mean, that's a lot of threes over kind of a 2-year career. He's a phenomenal shooter, one of the best ones I've ever coached, including the college level. So I'm happy for him.
Jeff, you guys had an up and down regular season only because of the schedule you played. You played a really, really tough schedule, whether it was in the league or outside the league. To take this team to the Final Four in the districts, what does it mean to you? What does it say about these kids?
Yeah, I think it means a lot to these kids. I think right now we're trying to set kind of a standard with our program. There's other things than winning. Winning is not everything here, but there is a winning culture, a winning program. I'm very happy for the leaders that returned. I think the past success that some of these guys had that left, they thought it was going to be the same. Rather than being the hunter, we were the hunted, and I think they realized that mid-year. I think something clicked after that Boone loss. And even though we still took some losses, we were playing much better. We were playing with way more urgency on the defensive end. So I'm just so happy for them, man. Like, these seniors put in a lot of time and effort. Brady Murray is a basketball lifer. He grew up in the Exeter district. All these kids grew up in the Exeter district. They came up through our youth program. I'm happy for the community. I'm happy for them. It means a lot to me because it means a lot to this community and to them.
Jeff, thanks a lot. Congratulations. Good luck Tuesday night.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all the coverage as always.
Thanks, Jeff. Back up to you, Bob.
Thank you very much. Just an update on the eventual matchup for the Exeter Eagles. Again, they'll take on the winner of the game between York Suburban and Octorara. York Suburban, the 4th seed, Octorara, the 5th seed. After 3 quarters, York Suburban was up on Octorara by a score of 49-29. So it looks like the Eagles are headed to York Suburban for their matchup on Tuesday. It's time for us now to take a look at our player of the game. That's brought to you by the Reading Fightin' Phils and their all-new Redders Event Center at First Energy Stadium. The R-Phils remind you to have your next sports team banquet in the R-Phils all-new Redders sports banquet, a wedding, a corporate meeting, or event, or any charity fundraiser dinner. The number one place for events in Berks County for groups of 40 to 1,000 is the all-new Redders Event Center at the R-Phils. Go to rphils.com/events for more information. And the man, one of the 2 people that Rich Garcella was talking to, is involved in our player of the game and the other in our play of the game. And Brady Murray is our player of the game. As Jeff Van Gorder talked about, how many threes does he have now on the season? Well, I'll tell you, Coach, he's got 73 because he hit 5 of them tonight in the path to a 19-point performance for Brady Murray. 17th time this season he has been in double figures. But Brady Murray with 5 threes in the game. He matches what he did against Governor Mifflin in the quarterfinal loss to the Mustangs. Brady Murray with a game-high 19 to lead the way for the Exeter Eagles, and he is our Reading Fightin' Phils player of the game. Tonight's play of the game is also brought to you by the American Diner in West Reading. Whether it's a breakfast, lunch, dinner, or late-night snack, you'll find a variety of menu items and homemade desserts American Diner serves breakfast all day, and dinner entrees include dinner rolls and a butter, soup and a salad bar, and a choice of potato or vegetable. There's a full senior citizen menu that includes a free dessert, and military veterans receive a 10% discount. Open daily from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. and serving the community for generations since 1994. Well, what looked to be comfortable, as I said in the second half, turned rapidly uncomfortable for the Exeter Eagles. They once led this game by 17 points, but Spring Grove kept chipping away. They got it to 10 after 3. They got it down to within 5 at 50-45. And then the other player that Rich Scarcella was talking to was Aiden Dauble down on the floor. And Aiden Dauble came up with our American Diner play of the game. And what an incredible work ethic to get that bucket. Rebounded a missed shot, went back up with it, missed that, got his own rebound, put it back up, switched it to his left hand, absorbed the contact, made the bucket, and went to the free throw line. Was not able to finish it off with a three-point play, but instead of Spring Grove having the basket with a chance to cut into a 5-point deficit, Aiden Dauble pushed it back up to 7, and Spring Grove never got any closer. That play, that effort by Aiden Dauble on the first offensive rebound, and then the rebound of his own miss and the putback to get the foul as well, was a huge bucket for Exeter, and it really stemmed the tide and allowed the Eagles to come away with what turned into an 8-point win. 58-50, our final score. Exeter beats Spring Grove and moves on. We are going to take a timeout, and we come back with our Pizza Coma Temple postgame show. We'll fill you in on what we know on our scoreboard show before we sign off from Rifton after this, exclusively live on 830 WEEU Interactive.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
Judd Firestone Plumbing is your trusted local expert for all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combined experience, our team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams, we handle it all with professionalism and care. Call today at 610-678-9080. Judd Firestone Plumbing, where experience and reliability come together for your peace of mind.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all. From residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
58-50, the Exeter Eagles beat Spring Grove. Brady Murray with 19, 13 for Aiden Dauble, 6 of those 13 coming in the fourth quarter, 11 for Carter Redding, 9 for Jaden Ware, and 6 for Braylon Reinert. That rounds up to 58 for the Exeter Eagles. 3 players in double figures for Spring Grove as they lit it up in the second half from beyond the arc. They had 6 threes in the third and 3 more in the fourth, but they come up empty. Caleb Allen leads the way with 14, including 4 of those threes for Spring Grove. Dominic Pierre had 12, Cooper Smith with 11, 7 off the bench for Owen Renda, and 6 for Isaiah Holland, and the Rockets total of 50. Spring Grove is still alive in the playoffs. They'll head into the consolation bracket now at 11-13 on the season, and they're going to be a tough out. They're a tough basketball team for sure. Exeter found that out in the second half. You're up to date in Rifton. Rich, fill us in on what's going on a busy, busy night.
Okay, let's start with 6A boys quarterfinals. Wilson, the Berks Conference champ, gave everything they had down at Chambersburg, lost 41-39, missed a three-pointer at the buzzer that would have won it. In the other 6A boys quarterfinal involving a Berks team, Governor Mifflin is going to be, it appears, is on its way to the semifinals. They lead Mechanicsburg 42-38 with 1.9 seconds left.
So that's just to fill you in as we go through the brackets. So Wilson now will play the loser of the Central York High matchup. That game, of course, Central York, the defending state champion, is the number 1 seed. Central York and York playing at Central York High School. Wilson will play the loser of that. Governor Mifflin will play the winner of Cumberland Valley and Central Dauphin, which last you knew was in overtime.
I just got the final. Governor Mifflin is, in fact, going to the semifinals with a 42-38 win over Mechanicsburg. They, as Bob said, they will play Central Dauphin or Cumberland Valley. And right now, late in overtime, Central Dauphin leads Cumberland Valley 76-74.
So that is either going to be whichever, that will be the home team, whichever one of those is the winner. Governor Mifflin is either going to Cumberland Valley, who's the 3 seed, or Central Dauphin, who is the 6 seed on Tuesday night.
Okay, right here in Rifton, in a game you heard on WEEU, in 5A boys quarterfinal, Exeter 58, Spring Grove 50. The Eagles will advance to the semifinals, and they will play at York Suburban, a 61-46 winner over Octorara tonight. So that's Exeter at York Suburban Tuesday night. In 4A girls quarterfinals, Northern Lebanon held off Berks Catholic 36-33 and will play either Susquehanna Township or Wyomissing. Wyomissing leads Susquehanna Township 36-27 going into the fourth quarter. If the Spartans hold on, then Northern Lebanon or Wyomissing will go to Northern Lebanon Tuesday night in a 4A girls semifinal.
The Vikings are the 2 seed, so the Spartans would end up going to Fredericksburg, Northern Lebanon's hometown.
Right. And finally, in a 3A girls semifinal, Ole Valley fell to Pequay Valley 37-20. The Lynx will play next week in a third-place game, which is a state qualifier game. They win that, they will go to the state tournament.
All right, so now you're updated on everything that involves the Berks County teams, and here's what we know. We know where we'll be on Monday. That's going to be at District 3 4A boys semifinal with the Berks Catholic Saints playing host to the Susquehanna Township Indians. That will tip at 7. We'll be on the air at 6:45 from Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium, and we do know now that we'll have a game on Tuesday, and we'll have a couple different options. We'll figure it out where we're going to be.
Well, we now know where Governor Mifflin is going. In a final, must have been a heck of a game at Cumberland Valley, Central Dauphin advances with a 78-74 win over Cumberland Valley. So Governor Mifflin will play at Central Dauphin Tuesday night in the 6A boys semifinals.
So that is one option. Exeter is at York Suburban, and Wyomissing is at Northern Lebanon. So the 3 winners tonight.
Wyomissing is up now. 15.
If they win.
Yeah, if they win. They're up 15 with 141 to go. So it looks like they're headed to Northern Lebanon in a 4A girls semifinal.
So if Aaron Anders and the Spartans hold on, then they are headed to the district semifinals as well. So we could have 3 teams on Tuesday night battling in the district semifinals, and we have 1 on Monday night. So again, we'll have a game on Monday night with Berks Catholic and Susquehanna Township. That again is a 7 o'clock tip. We'll be on the air live from Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium at 6:45, and our video coverage will continue as well. Exclusive live coverage both on the radio and on our video coverage as well. It's at 8:30 WEEU Sports. If you missed any of the games through any of this at any point in time, you can go back and watch them. They're available to you for free. They remain up there on that site.
Can I just add one thing from this game?
For sure.
Because since I got back upstairs, I added these up quickly. Aiden Dobble had a double-double. He had 11 rebounds. And
that's not easy to say, by the way.
Yes,
Dobble had a double-double.
And Braylon Reinert had 10 rebounds and did a really nice job defensively inside for the Eagles.
Yeah, and I'm glad you got a chance to talk with Jeff Van Gorder about some of the contributions from kids off the bench tonight, because they didn't get any offense off the bench. And Dylan Donati had a great assist finding Braylon Reinert at one point in time, and Michael Fisher, tremendous job defensively. Cooper Smith's going to see him in his sleep tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper Smith had just 2 attempts in the first half. Then in the third quarter.
He heated up.
Then he heated up, but Michael Fisher wasn't on the floor in the third quarter. As Jeff Van Gorder, he says, I'm kicking myself. And in the fourth quarter, Smith just had 1-2. with Fisher on him most of the way.
So a great job by the Eagles. Again, they led this thing early. They jumped out on top 11-0. They were up by 17 points in the second quarter. But hats off to Jared Smith. He was a great guy to talk to, a great conversation with him before the game, and a really good basketball coach who has taken his team, who was a 16 seed, and they are very much alive now in the District 3 playoffs. So they'll now play Octorara in a consolation game, trying to work their way in, and they have already locked up a state playoff berth as well.
Let me make a correction and give you another final. I was wrong. The Ole Valley, Pequot Valley wasn't 37-20 final. That was after 3. Pequot Valley beat Ole Valley 52-35. I just got that. That's in a 3A girls semifinal, and we just got the Wyomissing final. So Wyomissing advances with a 49-31 win over Susquehanna Township. And as we've said, the Spartans will travel to Northern Lebanon because Northern Lebanon is the higher seed, and that'll be in a 4A girls semifinal Tuesday night.
Well, so thank you to all of our sources for getting the scores from all over the area. We appreciate that. It allows us to get those scores to everybody because, we all know that everybody wants to know who's next. We were getting that last night. We even had the Bishop McDevitt coaches coming to us trying to get scores. We're the source. We're the ones out there trying to do what we can to fill you in on what's going on and who's going where. And so that's what we're here to do, and that's what this is all about as we continue to move on in our playoffs. So, again, here's the lineup for Monday night. It is Berks Catholic taking on Susquehanna Township, where they're live on Monday night, and then Tuesday night we'll figure out where we're going to go, and we will be live at 7 o'clock. That'll be the tip-off time as our District 3 semifinal coverage continues. Thanks to Athletic Director Tom Legath and the staff here at Exeter High School for the hospitality. Thanks to Sean Tansky, our technical director. Thanks to Matt Knob and Jeff Nolan back at the WEEU studios, keeping the show on the road and keeping the scores coming too as well. For my colleague Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. The Exeter Eagles are moving on. District 3 5A semifinals. They beat Spring Grove by a final score of 58-50. Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for watching high school basketball. We'll have more of it for you on Monday night. Enjoy your weekend.
You've been listening to High School Basketball on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. High School Basketball on WEEU is brought to you by
Adelphia Seafood, American Diner, Bachman's Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling, Chick-fil-A, Cross Keys Insurance, Diefenbach Snacks, Elite Fuel Service, Houndstown Reading, Judd Firestone Plumbing, Kuhn Funeral Home, Overhead Door Company, Redner's Warehouse Markets, Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis, Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, Pizza Como, Reading Fightin' Phil's, Savage Auto Group, Sure Stay